Hello, friends. So the other day, I learned this really interesting word origin story that I wanted to share with all of you. Sorry, I'm getting a call. Just 1 second. Hey, tomorrow. Let me check my schedule. That's the wrong day. Let's see. Tomorrow, Monday. Yeah. Looks like I'm free tomorrow, or maybe around noon. Okay. Perfect. That works for me. I'll come by around then. Thanks. See you then. Bye. Sorry about that. I guess I should explain. These little strips of paper are actually supposed to be a schedule, where each strip is a single day, and each mark is a time. I thought it would be fun to create an etymological schedule, as in a schedule that looks and feels the way schedules were back in the day. You see, our modern word, schedule, came into English through the old French cédule, a word which still exists in modern French, albeit with a modified spelling. Now, a cédule was a strip of paper with writing on it, like a medieval post-it note, and cédule, like most French words, comes from late Latin, and specifically the noun cédula, which is a diminutive of sceda, which denoted a strip of papyrus, like, for example, the ones that Pliny the Elder described in his work Naturalis Historia, which gave details on how individual strips of papyrus were interwoven to create a full papyrus sheet, a writing surface which, he also noted in the same work, was essential to human civilization, and was a material upon which the immortality of human beings depends. Wow, high praise, but he's not wrong, because it's from this word papyrus, first attested in ancient Greek, that we get our modern word paper. So yes, as a component of paper, the Latin sceda and its Greek ancestor schede, which both denoted these individual papyrus strips, were, to say the least, useful things to have around, and to use individually, or as a group, to write things down on. And that's what people did for millennia, in many places all over Europe, where people would use descendants of sceda to denote any small slip of paper, for example, the Spanish cédula and the German Zettel. And in English, the modern word that we recognize today gradually emerged, with two distinct pronunciations, the original Greek-based pronunciation, schedule, in the United States, and a pronunciation influenced by French, schedule, in the United Kingdom. And its meanings also evolved over time to denote not just a small piece of paper, but specifically a piece of paper upon which people displayed timetables. First in the railroad industry in the 19th century, and then, gradually, all sorts of timetables, in any industry, and for any purpose, including, well, the timetable I tried to display on these little strips of paper to keep literal tabs on my daily activities with, regrettably, limited success. And so my schedule might be etymologically authentic, but unfortunately, it's not very practical, and in fact, I kind of wish I'd never created it in the first place, and instead just continued to use the schedule on my phone. Really, the only convenient thing about a schedule, made out of shreds of paper, is that the day you decide you don't need one anymore, it's really easy to rip up into shreds and dispose of, which I think I'll do now. Thanks for watching.